It's very difficult to just pick one BGI magical experience, both for me or the person I'm checking, because I could really write a book about.
Could you do that? That would be great.
I would love to. I have so many stories, and it's really nice. So I have definitely a personal experience, but I want to share something else because I feel it's very nice. So I had this girl, 2 years old, coming in the office with both parents. They were exhausted, worried, sad because Cecilia, who was 2 years old, couldn't walk. So I have this vivid memory of her coming in the clinic, and I gave her a balloon. So she was holding the balloon, and then the balloon just fly away. So she wanted to go and grab the balloon, but she couldn't because she could do one step, but then she would fall. So I was like, whoa, I don't know what to do with this girl. She was seeing all the doctors, the most famous doctor in Milan. She went there, from the neurology, the pediatric, everyone. And I was like, what am I gonna do? You did everything, and they couldn't find any reason. So I was like, okay, let's see. I did all my tests, and then I was like, let's just check her. So she was on a bench. I did, I think, 2 disconnections and maybe one track, something apparently very simple. And then we were done. She went back home, and I was like, well, let's see if it's gonna happen, if something is gonna happen. Next week, they come back to the clinic. Parents are crying, and I'm like, oh, what did I do? We have some problems. And they were crying because they were so happy. Cecilia walked into the clinic, came to the bench, jumped on the bench. I'm having goosebumps because it was such a special moment for everyone. I was crying, everyone was crying, but we were all so happy. And I was like, wow, she went to see everyone. I just did okay. And she walked. So that for me was beautiful. And the fact that she was 2 years old, so she couldn't understand what I was doing. And I didn't have to explain anything, breathe in, breathe out, I'm gonna touch some parts, I'm not gonna crack, all these things that or at least myself, I used to think a lot about, I should justify myself for what I'm doing. And with her, or not doing, yes, good point. It was special.
I wanted to jump in here and add in, when you were talking about Cecilia, what was so cool to hear the story is, I think we all have that same feeling of what can I do? They've seen everyone. They've done all the things. And yet, if we can step out of our own way, the only thing that I can do is be present and do what I know how to do, which is not the things that all the other people did and couldn't get any change. You were the person in that moment because you applied what you know, and that you do know, in your heart, and in your tissues what it has given to you to be hooked up, to have your body, emotional body, chemical body, physical body, mental body, all spiritual body, all connected from top to bottom. You know what that means for you. And so you gave her that opportunity. And from there, everything changed for her. That for all of us, we have our doubts and our insecurities and our questioning. But when we come back to the basic principles of chiropractic, which is connect that person from here to up above and see what happens. And the magic unfolds in that moment of just, I'm here, I'm present. So that is so cool. What a beautiful story. And what's amazing to me is I have been on this journey with you for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever heard that story. I feel like I would really remember it. So
it was a surprise.
If that's just one story that you've been holding here, I'm very curious to hear about all the other ones.
We can do that.